was the
he's the youngest one, wasn't he?
Todd was the youngest one, and he was a school teacher. He was trying to be a priest. He couldn't make it. He liked too much girls. I have nieces that would say that the boys, they're like Solomon, you know?
Yeah. I know he was a school teacher.
But no, he was a school teacher, and then my aunt in it was after him, before him, just before him, you know. And she was a nurse, you know, and Aunt Laura, we had her, and my mother.
And Laura was a musician, huh?
She used to play a cornet, they said, because we had an uncle by the name of Ernest, but he should have been down the side with Willie. So I don't know if you knew about that.
That's your grandmother, yeah.
That's my great-grandmother.
So Willie had a brother by the name of Ernest. They're supposed to have been together down here, the side, from young men. And Ernest used to play a cornet. They claim that he caught pneumonia one night down in New Orleans, and he died from a pneumonia, a very young fellow. So Willie was left. Now, I only saw pictures of them, I didn't know them.
Was he a Rosales?
No, they were all Morgan. They only had 4 Rosales. Yeah. And my Aunt Minerva,
So
she was
who died in the hospital in
Rosales.
What year did he have that operation in New Orleans? My uncle Eduardo, when he was in New Orleans, he had an operation, right?
Yeah.
What year was that?
It was in the 40s, but I'm not sure which 40.
No.
Eduardo?
Eduardo.
I know that he was down there, he
He
told
was down
me.
there at Tulane, what's that?
Yeah, Alfredo Barnum go there. His father was from the West Indies. His father from there, but his grandfather, we don't know them either. We don't know any of the Manders family. We have families all over. We don't know any of them. We hear about them, and they hear about us, but we have never met them face to face.
So how did you guys know Uncle Willie? Everybody say Uncle
We
Willie,
didn't
Uncle
know
Willie.
because they talk about him a lot. My mother, Aunt Laura, all of them, they talk about him.
Is he a Rolling Stone or what?
They just would talk about their brothers and their sisters, and according to my aunt in it, that his father used to treat him a lot. We don't know why he used to treat him a lot and for nothing, and one day he just decided to leave and go, a young boy.
And how did he leave?
Maybe by ship, I don't know.
I want to hear that banana boat story.
He was a mechanic.
Stored away on the banana boat.
Yeah, but the only way I knew, because I saw his picture, and they always talk about their brothers and their sisters and when they were children.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But we never know them, not all of them.
I thought he came here to be a priest too.
Arturo?
Willie.
Which, Eduardo?
No,
Willie.
He said, did Willie come to be a priest or want to be a
We
priest
don't
too?
know. What kind of job he used to do?
He was a truck driver.
Because
He
he
was
was
a
a young
mechanic.
boy when he left home, according to them.
Is it because his father didn't treat him right, or?
They said he treated him a lot. Auntie told me that, and the others would say the same thing.
Yeah,
They used to treat him, and he got fed up, and
Yeah,
when he got a certain age, he left home.
yeah.
So to be a priest.
Well,
Was he
we
the
never hear
brown
about
one?
him being the priest, but
And
my
the
mother-
No, Willie. I'm saying was Willie the brown one?
Isn't he you guys? Oh,
Dad, no, was he the only brown one?
Yeah.
Isaac
Yeah.
Morgan
But was he
from
the only
Barbados.
brown one? Was everybody else yellow?
Barbados.
Was Willie the only
Wait,
one?
wait,
Barbados? Is that what?
From
Barbados?
Barbados.
Who's
I
from
went-
Barbados?
Isaac Morgan.
Morgan, Mr. Morgan, Isaac Morgan.
He was a policeman.
He was a tailor.
So who was a policeman? You just said something about a policeman.
My father.
Her father was a
He
policeman.
was a McCoy.
Oh, McCoy.
No,
Okay,
but
what about Willie Morgan, our daddy? Was he the darkest one in his family?
yeah.
So that's why they treated him.
Oh, here
He
you
was.
Yeah.
Now you know who he looks like. You said you are from the fourth side. You heard about This the Ford, all of the Ford family.
Oh,
This
what
one
is
looked
that?
like Carly Ford. We call him Carly, but his name was Carly Ford.
That's our dad, though.
Oh yeah, I have a picture. Wait, where's the?
But this one
Where's
would be-
Jean? Where's Jean?
This would
I'm here.
No.
Somebody-
Somebody's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. Where's that? The thing.
Oh, the
that
book.
you were-
The
Yeah.
other
This would be Aunt Henry's son, one of my Aunt Henrietta's son, Carl Ford. He lived many years.
No, that's
in
not
Miami.
my
yeah,
Yes.
William, you said he
No,
looks
there's
like
Willie, right?
That's
Yeah,
Willie.
Here's
Willie.
Willie.
Willie,
There's
he
Willie
looks
right
like
there.
Carl
Oh,
Ford.
oh,
They
oh.
look
There's
alike.
Willie right
He
there.
looks like Carl.
Yeah, they look alike.
yeah.
No, Carl. Here's Carl. I'm sorry, no Willie. Here's Carl.
Yeah.
Okay. So Carl and Willie look alike. Okay.
They were probably that. He was probably that complexion.
Oh,
Yeah, they are both the same.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Carl's wife was a Spanish girl, and all his
Yes.
children they are Latin girls.
I
from
know.
birth.
Yeah.
Now, how did we get to the Barbados? Who was from Barbados?
Morgan.
Oh,
Isaac Morgan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Barbados on a cruise a few years back, Alfredo and I, and the lady that took us around showed us this castle up on a hill.
Yeah,
Oh,
A castle up on a hill, and she said that it was called the Morgan Castle.
That's all she needs to hear.
I know.
That's even-
She gonna
That's
be
even
wearing the
better.
crown right here now. I know
It wasn't that a poor man.
She's gonna be wearing the crown right here.
So does it still exist today?
How do I do that?
Way up on the hill. Way up on a hill. Barbados. It's way high up on a hill.
Simon, we're gonna have to make a trip there.
Okay,
It's
let
time
me
to
get
go
We
back
have
to
to go
it.
to Barbados on the hill. She said it's still there.
To know about them, you would have to ask the people, then the elderly people that knew the Morgans. But that lady mentioned, she said that's I said, well, what's that? She said that's the Morgan Castle.
So does someone still live there
I
today?
don't know because we never get to go in there.
Okay.
We'll go up and knock on the door.
Question I have-
Hi, we're Morgans.
Is
We descendants.
you guys'
Grandfather.
grandfather, he was the tailor or the
He
policeman?
was a tailor.
He was the
Okay, he
tailor.
was the tailor.
Taylor
So they
from
didn't call,
Barbados.
but they
You
didn't
got
call
that?
them police, they call them constable.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, who was the constable?
So who was the
I
constable?
don't know who
Wasn't
that
Carl?
was.
Was Carl running for constable or something? What was he running for?
Which car?
Your brother.
No,
He used to wear a uniform of some sort.
Carl was in the army.
You know, but I thought some political job he was running for. Was it in the United States?
Well, if it's anyways, then you have to be over here, but I don't know. I only hear at the last part of his life that he he was what you would call these secret police.
Oh.
FBI.
He kept it quiet. Yeah, we didn't know.
Undercover.
None of us knew about it. None of us.
CIA.
Oh, tell us about your school days. How you got to school?
You mean
On the boat with your dad, you were spoiled.
No. We
You were spoiled. I remember you told us that tale.
that I went to school.
No. Didn't you have to take a boat to school?
No, I always had to walk to school. Wherever I lived, I walked to school. But it's Gloria and Rhoda, Mervyn and Carl, when we got to that last village we lived in, Banana Bank, it was a river,
Yeah.
wider than here. And they used to have to go across to school, from here across.
And you did.
So I would be the one to use the dory and the paddle and carry them across. When they come back in the evening, I would bring them back.
Oh, you go pick them up, man.
Yeah. Then I had when I was about the age of 18, I had a boyfriend that came from the city, from Belize. And he used to like to come around and work across there. And whenever he wants to cross, he would whistle and I would go and paddle him across. But now they have a ferry that you can go across and ferry out there. Because Gloria and Rhoda were there a few months back, and they said they didn't even remember the place we grew up.
Oh.
It has changed a lot. No, but I walked to school because it wasn't far. And as I said, I grew up out in the other part of the district.
Yeah, but then how far is far, you know.
Yeah, but I thought your dad spoiled you when you were a
Oh.
kid.
He didn't spoil me. My mother spoiled Carl. My father spoiled Gloria and Irvin, but not me. Yeah, my mother was Carl's favorite. And Carl's favorite was my mother. And no, I was the outstanding one on the back.
I thought it was just the opposite.
No. Gloria was always my father's favorite. So he went out one day, he said, I'm going to buy one of those little paddling canoe for me, right?
So you can bring them.
But when it came with Gloria's name on it. No, my father was funny. He used to play the cornet too, and we would sing and dance and whatever, and he would tell us about the Bible. My mother the same. And I used to sing in the school choir, the Sunday school choir as a little girl. And they used to say, oh, she can sing. Everybody used to say that. Then one teacher said, I need to go to singing school. But who had money to go to any singing school? We didn't even know about singing school those days, And so I used to sing all the time. I could sing anything I want. I went to the hospital and I trained in the hospital as a nurse and a midwife. And I used to sing there, but I never think anything about it. Well, we went up to this little country now, and my father organized different activities, and they were going to give prize. So my father said, we sit together, all of us. My mother keep quiet and listen, he said, if you could sing out there and win that prize, I'll crown you the queen of Banana Bank. So I just laughed and I said, well, Papa, I'm going out there and sing. But we had happy days.
Did you win the contest?
Yes, I won. I know that during the holiday time, like the Christmas, he gave me a violin because I wanted to be. Really, I thought I would go in the convent and be a nun.
Oh,
and I wanted to learn to play an organ. So my father would bring me this little piano to play or a violin, but him and my mother was against me going in the convent. But I grew up and saw the nuns and how they lived, and I don't know if I'm still looking for it, but I used to say, Mama, I see peace and quiet over there, from a child. And then I said, all right. And she said, no, I don't want you to go in the convent. And I said, all right, I have two choices, to be a nurse or to be a nun. And she said, well, you're too skinny and sickly to be a nurse. So I said, well, what am I going to be then if I am not going to be in the convent or in the hospital? She said, well, I don't know yet. Well, I thought about it, and one day they sent me to Belize to spend 2 weeks with Aunt Laura. I was about 18 years old. Before that, I went up to Kaya, and the matron came there. And I went to see her, and she said I was too young and I was too pale. I went back home, and she said, come back another year from now. That's what the matron from the hospital said. And I went back, and they have midwives that go from town to town and deliver babies and things. I said to my mother, I am going to be a midwife. I'm not going to charge at all. I don't think money is that important. I'm going to do it for free. But I was young,
Right.
And so then my father sent me up to Belize, and I went and I stayed with Aunt Laura for 2 weeks. I had some friends, and they used to come around the house, and one of them was working at the hospital office. He says, didn't you say you want to be a nurse? They're taking on students today. And so I decided, I'm going. I was still not up to age as far as And I went to one of my mother's friends and I dressed all country girl, you know. Atali used to laugh about that, but I didn't care. And I went. My friend said, "You can't go like this. You look too country. You look too clean. You have to comb your hair different and all sorts of things." And she fixed me up and she took this red paper and put a little room into the hospital. And my head used to be red. I don't know why it changed black, but I grew up with red
Mine was
hair.
red too when I was little and it changed.
Yeah. And I went there and skinny, and I went and asked for the matron. And she saw me, and as she saw me, "I remember you, but you are still pale," she said. So she took me to the pharmacy and got me some scale tonic, and she said, "Come back on the 10th of September. And when I got out there, I was happy, but I was crying. I was happy, I'm crying because I was happy. That I always cry, you know. So I went to the telephone office and I called my mother and father. They're up in Banana Bank. I said, "Papa, I'm not coming back. I'm going to be a nurse." But the nun stayed behind there. It was there. Every time I see them, it was there. It was there. And it followed me every place I went, that it was there, that I should have gone in there. I didn't plan to be married at all, you know. So one day in New York, I met a nun. She was at a hospital taking care of a sick person, and we sat having lunch, and I said to her, so and so, and I told her how I felt. She says, "You are doing the same work out here that you would have been doing if you were in there." She says, "So don't think about it anymore, because you are doing what you're supposed to do." And then it just passed away. But I used to have some young friends. I go to that convent all the time and visit with them. And I thought they were a little, I used to look at them like they're very holy and they never do wrong.
You
And
do
the
that today?
priests and all the things. Huh?
Do you do that today? You feel the same way today?
No.
Now they're human.
But I used to go there and sit with her and talk with them and used to take a little cake. I would bake and take. And one day I went there. You can't eat with them, and when they are eating you as a visitor, you couldn't do that. You pray and everything, but you couldn't eat. And one day she told me how sometimes the other nuns would act towards her. And then I heard how one of them spoke to the other one. And I said, they are no different from the rest of us out here.
That's right.
You know, they talk behind each other.
That's right.
And that I learned all of that going there.
But that's too bad because you change your attitude towards them. Wait, Tiffany gave us an hour. We have more time? Because Henrietta
So you
wanted to
got
ask you
everything about the Morgan family again?
No, there's one question I wanted to confirm. Okay, your father was Isaac Morgan.
No, my father was Benjamin McCoy.
No.
My father was Benjamin
Oh,
McCoy.
Okay, Benjamin.
She's a McCoy.
Okay, Benjamin.
It's a
And your
grandmother.
father.
Okay, the grandmother was married to Isaac
Isaac,
Morgan.
Oh, that's the Morgan side, yeah.
And he was the tailor.
Yeah, he
And
was
your father was a policeman.
a police officer,
Okay.
yeah.
So you are Morgan and McCoy.
Really, I am, but on my mother's side, Rosales, because she was a
Rosales.
Rosales. You know,
So
it's
you're
two different marriage there. To be truthful, she was married to Mr. Rosales.
Yeah, we
She
heard that.
was not married to Morgan, because there were no divorce those days.
Right.
So all the Morgan children, I mean, all of you and your brothers and sisters have the last
McCoy.
name of.
McCoy.
McCoy.
Okay,
But
so how did that? Do you know how that happened? What happened to cause her to leave Rosales and come to
We
Belize?
never hear that.
You never heard of.
No, we never hear why, and she never talked about it, and we couldn't question her. She
Right.
didn't want us to. They
Certain
never,
things you couldn't ask.
none of them talk about it, but how I met my grandfather, because Uncle Ed, he was blind when I met him. He was already blind, and my uncle took me to the hospital to meet him, and he said, "I brought your granddaughter to meet you, to see you," but he could only shake my hand. I could see him, but he was blind, and then he died a few months after.
This is
But
Rosales?
Yeah.
Kike
Rosales.
Rosales.
Kike was our cousin. He was Uncle Ed's son. His name was Kike. We call him Kike, but Enrique. His name is Enrique Rosales.
Enrique.
And then the other one was also Carlos, one of the other sons. He had 2 sons.
And did they have a daughter too?
No, Uncle Ed, he didn't have any daughter that I know of. We have a lot of family, a lot of aunts from the Rosales, because they were from Choloma in Honduras.
Choloma.
So where were you born?
Born in Belize as a child and grew up part of my life in Honduras.
Okay.
But where is Tila, Honduras?
Tela is on
Spanish
Tela,
Honduras?
Spanish Honduras, because Belize was British Honduras, and Tela was Spanish Honduras.
That's where I used to run our grandmother in Tila, Honduras.
Yeah.
I used to write you all the time.
But they used to, in school, everybody had a different history in school about the 2
It
countries.
moved around a
They
lot.
claim each other, you know. And Spanish would say Belize belonged to them, because it is a Spanish country, and the British people brought in people from outside and put them in the city, and all the Spanish outside, like how the Americans did with the Indians. That's how they did that.
Now the general, whatever the constable or
General Rosales,
yeah, what was his name? Eduardo.
Eduardo Rosales,
Eduardo. And his brother was
Carlos Rosales,
Carlos.
and the sister was Minerva Rosales.
Okay.
And then my mama came
They
after.
all died young, didn't they?
Yeah. Uncle Ed, he died about in his 60s. They claim that they claim that they poisoned him.
Who would have poisoned?
One of his.
Political, you know.
Oh, really?
He was in politics, yeah.
Who was in politics?
Uncle Ed.
And
He was in
Eduardo.
Rosales, yeah.
The oldest one.
And Carlos was in politics. I remember as a child, he was shot, and they brought him to Belize. He stayed at my mother's house for a while. I always bandaged up, and I was like, "Who is this funny man, Mama? Who is this funny man?" You know. But he died. He died in Taylor. They all grew up there. They were in the military school and everything.
What was that?
Yeah, in politics.
But it's still like that in that part of the world.
Yeah, but they don't fight.
Just kill you. They
They
get
don't
rid of
fight
it.
like before. Over there, they had a bad way of you walk in there and your skin is dark and they just shoot you down. No law about it at all, like that. When the revolution or any fighting, they have the blue and the red, and even if you are red and I am blue and we are friends, we start fighting when the time come out. Alfredo Mata said as a young girl, when the revolution started, she and her mother and father, they were in their own home there. Somebody knocked at the door. They came to ask for her father. She said she never saw her father again.
They
They
took
just
him
took
away.
him away and killed him.
Because of the color.
No, revolution.
Oh,
Alfredo's mother. That's his mother over there, that's the children. That's the way they used to do.
That's the way they have
Yeah. Well, Uncle Carlos, he was shot. And he lived for years with that wound here. Always going to the hospital for dressing.
So did he go back to Honduras or he stayed in
No, he
Belize?
was from Honduras. But he used to go and visit my mother and my Aunt Laura. And Uncle Ed used to pass through. They used to go to buy ammunition and things like that. Come out dressed up with all these bullets around them.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's part
No,
of
they
the
were from
uniform.
Honduras, yeah.
Now, did Aunt Laura come to the United States late in life?
Aunt Laura? Yeah. She came after we would say retirement time.
I thought she had lived here most of her life.
No, Aunt Laura, no.
And where did the blue eyes and all of this come from?
From Aunt Laura, from my grandfather.
And who was he?
My grandmother's eyes were blue.
Yeah, we missed that.
Is
Was
it
that on our
really?
side or your side? I mean, Laura's the only one who had those gorgeous eyes.
Oh, you
That's from
have
my
met the rest of the family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
grandmother, all of them, Aunt Hetty, all of them, they had that kind of a blue
My
eye, gray
father
eye,
had that
brown
bluish,
eye, yeah. It's from the
Edmund.
Rosales, from my grandmother's
From
side,
Sally's side?
and she got it from her father's side.
Which would be the Edmund, yeah.
That's what
Well, Tiffany has so much to do. She's the coordinator for our reunion that we thought you would be there. So we don't want to hold Tiffany up too much. She has other things to do.
You know, Alfredo had to go out and to work late. We knew that all this was coming up, but Atali called and asked me a few days ago, and I said, Atali, I don't think I could because, I wouldn't be able to carry him with me, and I wanted him to be with me.
But it's not because of your health, because you're looking
Yeah.
good. You look better than me. Oh, it's wonderful to see
It
you.
was nice meeting you.
Tell
Yeah.
me this first,
Okay.
before you
God
leave,
bless you.
before we leave.
Well, I don't know if
Can you
you
get
didn't
the
get
money?
enough information, but you didn't get a few confirmations, or did you ask all the
Oh, no,
questions you
so
wanted
the
to?
council was from the Morgan, not the headman, because see, what I checked was with.
No, but did you want to ask anything else though about the forts?
No, because she wouldn't,
Who belongs to this?
my aunts lived old, and so I got all the information
Oh,
from her.
okay.
You wouldn't know any more than my actual
He come here,
father
she
was
break
like.
the one side.
But there's a lot of folks, you have a lot of
Yes,
them.
beautiful.
What you have to really, you said you were in
She
the
has
East.
help.
You would
She
have
goes back off.
do you know,
I said, I wonder if she
we
has
have
help.
Joan
Everything is so
Ardona, she's a
neat.
foot.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
know,
what
old
Joan?
ladies
yeah,
supposed
She's
to
in
have.
New York.
I know, that's who gave me
You
a
met
lot
her?
of the information.
Okay, she knows everything.
She does.
You know Norma and Brenda?
She
You
does.
know
Norma
Norma
and
and Brenda from the
Brenda.
Ford family?
There must be a,
They are from Aunt Henny's side.
I know, but
Aunt Henny's
they must
daughter.
be like a granddaughter. There's no Norma and Brenda.
Norma and Brenda is my Aunt Henny's granddaughters.
Yeah,
from
so I
one
said
of
they
her
would have to
daughters.
be grandchildren, not her
They're
children,
in New
yeah.
York.
Where's the book, the,
I had it, but I'll have to look for it.
okay, thank you,
There's,
yeah.
the sofa's right there.
I think I'm trying
The
to
sofa.
who did
She can't
Norma
go back.
and Brenda come from? I don't have all the other stuff with me.
No, I was just trying to get her in the frame.
Not address. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I know, they came through her descendant, it's actually one of her sons who had,
It's down on
Norma
the
and
line.
Brenda.
Let me see. There you go. Ready to get going. Tiffany's been patient with us.
No, Tiffany.
The reason for the season.
Okay. We gotta unplug and.
Tell us what number two while you're at.
Can you carry this for me? Sign.
And we appreciate you letting us come over and getting our history.
Oh, you were recording it on the,
Thank you
okay.
Somebody's phone.
Checking up on me.
That's it.
You understand?
You want somebody to get that?
I could.
I got another question for you.
Good comment.